Hello. This is my review on Titanic. James Cameron's Titanic. From 1997. I hate this. I hate the movie. Fuck it. Fuck the movie. Titanic. And fuck you people that are fans of this fictional story. Yeah, I want to call this a fictional story because what the fuck does this have to do with Titanic? Other than the fucking ending? Well, probably not the ending, but the ending. It's... What the fuck is this? None of this thing's reasonably long of a film. This is a 3-hour and 14-minute movie. You should make every minute of that movie count, James Cameron. I'm not even sure there's going to be another Titanic adaptation. And that pisses me off. Because knowing James Cameron, his ego won't let anyone do something better. Because he knows that people can do better than him. So many directors and writers can do better than him. Can make a bad faithful adaptation of Titanic. I bet Uwe Boll can, and Anthony Shaw, if they just put their heads together. And work together as a team. To make their version of Titanic. Yeah, I'm saying that. That's how stupid this movie is. It's idiotic, it's stupid, it's fucking insane, the plot. And it's pointless! There's no point or meaning to the plot's existence. To watch the movie is pointless. Do not watch this movie ever again, people. Don't even force people to watch something yourself. Selfish reasons. For newcomers, don't watch this movie. Don't listen to people saying you gotta watch this movie. They are full of fucking shit if they say that. Or stupid. Or dense. Or retarded. Or just straight up their own fucking ass. And breathing in their own fucking colon. In their asshole. Now that I've got my anger out, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So the plot of Titanic is that these people are looking for the heart of the sea. That's a little ancient Titanic necklace that's from back in the day that's worth so many lots of moolah. Money. So, this old asshole, Rose, has a necklace in Titanic, but doesn't tell them, so she just drops it in the open, and while she fantasizes and talks about her young hot hotties as a hot hottie, and how she was so depressed she was going to jump over the Titanic and freeze to death in the cold water. And lost her virginity to this guy called Jack that has no records of his existence. from being on the Titanic. From her days of the youth, when she was married to this douchebag called Billy Zane, who turns into a bloodthirsty, abusive husband and tries to shoot and gun down Jack and Rose on the Titanic while it's drowning, and this captain decides to take the expression, every captain goes down with his ship quite literally. Instead of helping the wounded and needed, he decides to say, fuck that shit, I'll stop helping and go down with my ship. As the bands that play on the Titanic, meanwhile, are so depressed because nobody's caring about that beautiful music because everybody's trying to survive from drowning on the Titanic, and no one wants to listen to the beautiful music. So they decide to stay together and drown together and play and play and play their instruments. And say, it's been an honor playing with you gentlemen, and play as the ship goes down sinking. Oh, how wonderful a touching moment this is, and not all batshit fucking insane! And half of the rest of the people just try to give up decide to give up, and step their face of doom and bravely take death as his own reward by not even fearing death itself in the face. Brilliant! And treated like it's a soap opera with this cheesy, stupid garbage. Once the Titanic hits the iceberg, and this person that made the Titanic of this man's dream come true wanted to make a Titanic that's a ship that's never been tested on the sea before. He says proudly, and he came on Titanic because Titanic means big and strong, and otherwise it sinks faster. Wow, what a incredible irony of the karma. He's going down with the ship too, and I'm trying to escape. Because guess what? For half of the rich people that can afford to get off of the Titanic, yeah, they're only saving the rich, not the poor. The really wealthy people that getting saved. And the reason why they're getting saved is not because they don't have enough people both for people, but because they favor the rich over the poor. Even if they're children, the movie says. Because that's just how accurate it was. This is exactly true, based on a true story. Clearly this happened all in Titanic. And then James Gunn's fucked up fantasy of how to make a love story by ripping off Shakespeare work from Romeo and Juliet, with his poetic tone and awkward writing. That's sweet and awkward at the same time funny. So, Jack is also says he's the king of the world, and everyone, he obviously said that for the trailer. This movie, it's just like a, and it's so, the spot where Jack first met Rose was the spot she tries to kill herself. But too much of a pushy to do it. And wearing a lovely red dress. And back back to the story. Jack calls also bullshit on her suicide attempt, which she would have already done by now. Anyway, so from there on out, they fall in love, and that's what they're meant to meet the Reds, where they're about to meet the ends, where the Titanic sinking is the exact spot where they first met. And Rose, why is this important? Because Rose says so. That this is important. Say, Jack, watch! This is when we first met! And they're sinking to the doom like the Titanic! and it's surprised that nobody has come out. What the fuck is wrong with you, Lee? We're all about to die! It's so stupid! This movie's priceless. Oh. But Billy's saying Rose's abusive husband that tried to shoot Jack and Rose into the air to get back his woman survived the Titanic, but didn't bother to look for Rose in the most obvious spot. Right in front of him! And this wonders where Rose is, and doesn't look that hard for Rose. I'm wondering where Rose is, and he avoids Rose, and she avoids him for the rest of her rest of the days into her elderly years. And you see, the higher seas, that's why Rose disrupted in the ocean. Several feet where the Titanic is below the ocean, and doesn't tell anybody that she's doing it. It has the thing that they've been looking for that's worth millions and millions and billions of money. Upon more rich that will make them richer than the Wall Street, the whole crew. And she just drops in the ocean. Fuck you, Rose! Making the whole movie symbolizing the point of Titanic that everything must sink. Obviously, that's just gotta be the reason, right? And the reason why she dropped it into the ocean is because Billy Zane character gave that to Rose as a wedding gift. Instead of selling it like a sane person, she decides to say, "Fuck be rich," and drops it into the ocean. What a moron! What an asshole! She did to the crew thing. The cruel thing. And passes away in her sleep into the spirit of the boat that sank the Titanic, with everybody welcoming her and kissing Jack home as she's in the afterlife. Making out Jack as she's in the afterlife inside the Titanic where everyone's waiting for her. Blah, blah, blah. That was Titanic. A true story. Can you believe that all that happened? I don't! This gets a 0 out of 10. Fuck you, Cameron. Fuck you for turning Titanic into a fucking sick, twisted fantasy! Into a love story you turn into a fucking love story. Are you high, man? fuck you people. And fuck this movie. This gets a 0 of 10. Bye.